starting.
Okay, so anytime that you want to teach back in, you need to show on the diagram as to what is expected with the spacing first. In other words, if we're going to go into the spot over here and park, let's call this spot number 1. I'm going to call this spot number 2. I'm going to call this spot number 3. We need to be 3 spots ahead in order to get into the space that's over here. Now, I'm going to show you right after I talk about this as to what the steps are, and then I will show you how I got the reference that I'm about to show you. Anyways, so the steps are quite easy. Mirror, signal, blind spot to the right if you're going to the right. If you're going to the left, then it'll be on the left. The most important thing is when you stop, you have to leave 2 meters or more in distance. Now, how do you tell whether it's 2 meters or more? This is one of the more difficult things to do. So you see this here? This is again, the door, the top of the door. You could see right there the bumper of the car on the right. That would be equivalent to at least 2 meters or more.
Okay.
Got it? Once you get up to this area, you match the reference. Now I'm going to go and use reference as in the middle of the spot. So in other words, between the line and the line, right in the middle of the 3rd spot. Once I match it, I put the car in reverse, scan around to make sure there's no cars or pedestrians. And same as parallel parking. If there's a car waiting for us and that's not wanting to go, hazard lights on, just to let them know, hey, we're parking, get out of here. Once it's safe, roll and steer fully to the right. Whichever direction you're going, left or right, it's still all the way to the right. So fully to the right. The car will start backing up, and when you start backing up, you will eventually get to the point where the car straightens up. So here's a little tip for you when you straighten up. Sorry. This will actually straighten up if you actually have a spot on the other side that's also parallel with you. And what you do is you look and see that the cars are lined up by looking for the lines matching the references in front of us. Remember how when we drive there is the reference that we use to match the left line that's on this side, and then whatever curb or line on this side? Same concept. The only difference is this time it's the lower left corner of the windshield line up with the line on this side. The middle of the car with the raised area over here, this here, it lines up with the line on this side, if you notice. Is that clear enough?
Yeah.
That's how you tell the student, hey, you're straight. Straighten up the steering wheel. And also, one other thing I forgot to mention is, anytime you steer all the way to the left, it's one full turn to the left or right, doesn't matter. It's not all the way to the left. 1.5 is all the way to the left. Some cars, like the Civic, it's 1.25.
Okay.
Some other cars, it's 1 as all the way. So I can't tell you which one you're going to use. Look it up on your car. So in other words, if whatever amount that you steer, 1.5 or 1.25, to go quarter first, and then 1 full turn, then you're always straight. Does that make sense? And the same thing for the right. So once the car is straightened up, you want to see that the lines are straightened up, and you should be able to see the spacing in the convex mirrors. This is why I use convex mirrors. It would allow you to see how much space it is on this side as well as on that side, and you compare the two and say, yep, that looks good in spacing, then you're in this middle. If you're not, then there's a technique that I'll show you afterwards as to how you fix it. Right? Once you're done, put in parking brake. So I'm going to show you how to do it perfectly first, and then I'll show you how to make mistakes and then fine tune it. The only difference between the left, to the right versus the left, is on the left, you if you're backing into the left, you only need 1 meter or so. All right, the more space you have on this side, the easier it is. All right, can you hold this? I'm going to show you right now how to do this. So this is how I use any car for determining the reference. I go to drive. I first go straight out. Where do I stop? Is where my B pillar, right here, lines up with the edge of the yellow line or white line.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
I roll and steer all the way to the right. That means no gas, and I have to get ready to stop as soon as the car is 90 degrees, which is perpendicular to the spot that I started with. Okay, right here, this I could tell you is pretty close to 90 degrees. Now look at William's car. William, the B pillar, is it in the middle?
The B pillar.
Yeah.
No.
No. And the reason is very simple. Look at this. My steering wheel is still not straight.
Mm-hmm.
If I let the car roll and straighten up and stop, where's the B pillar now?
Yeah, that's in the middle.
Exactly in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to account for the fact that I need to roll to straighten up.
Mm-hmm.
This is my starting point for any car. Once I have determined this.
Mm-hmm.
So from here, I could see also your front bumper.
Yeah.
Can you confirm whether I have 2 meters on your side?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Put the car in reverse, scan around. I stop and yield. If not, put the hazard lights on if somebody's coming our way. I roll, half braking. That means let go of half the brakes, steer all the way to the right. Looking at back left, back right, back left, back right, and I stop. Can you take the phone here? I just want to focus on something here.
Okay.
Right now, I'm going to show you that in this phone, the side of the car. Can you see the side of the car and the line clearly?
Yes.
That is one part that I need to show the students. I'm going to continue, okay? All right, and back up. And I'm going to start seeing on my side the exact same thing. I back up. Now do you see the side of the car and the line on my side?
Yes.
This is how I know that this here is going to be within the middle. I continue backing up. I look straight ahead to see, hey, these 2 points match. Straighten up the steering wheel. And I'm in. Now, it's a little bit closer to your side, but I'm going to show you how to fix it. I got in. Now, there's 3 ways to determine whether I'm in or not.